Hello everyone, this is Said and welcome to AndrabCodes. Welcome to another lecture of our complete Python course. In this lecture, we are going to learn about another conditional statement that is called as match case. So let's get started. The match case statement is a conditional statement that was introduced in Python 3.10, which means that this conditional statement will only work on the Python version that is 3.10 or the versions that are above this version. So it won't work on the Python versions that are below this version that is 3.10. Now the match case statement, just like the elif conditional statement, is also used to check multiple conditions. Just like our elif condition is used to check multiple conditions and execute the block of code based on the certain type of condition. In the similar way, match case is also used to execute a block of code when multiple conditions are given. The difference between the elif and the match case is that it makes our code much more cleaner when comparing the multiple conditions. Match case statement is generally best used for building menus, whether that's a game menu, whether that's a calculator menu, or all the other programs that typically includes a menu section. So we prefer match case conditional statement to develop those kind of menus. Now to understand the syntax of it, let's go to our actual programming session. So in our last session, we have created a simple calculator program using the if, elif and else conditional statements. If I revise this program again, so I have created three variables here, that is first number, second number and operation. So this calculator will operate on two numbers, whether that's addition, multiplication, subtraction or division. And the first two variables, that is first number and second number, will going to store the two numbers, and the operation is going to store the type of operation that the user want to perform on those two numbers, right? Then after I used the if conditional statement, that if operation double equals to plus, I say print first number plus second number. Very simple. If the user wants to add those two numbers by pressing the plus or giving the input plus, we just have to print what? The addition of those two numbers, right? Similarly, elif statement, if the operation is subtraction, we have to subtract those two numbers. Very simple. If the operation is asterisk, then we have to multiply those two numbers. And if the operation is this division, then we have to print the division of those two numbers. So this is a simple calculator that will work to operate on two numbers. After that, I have created an else statement here, which means that if all the conditions, all of those conditions fail somehow, and if the user enters an operation that is not valid, say for example, if the user enters instead of plus, minus, asterisk and division, instead he enters a random operation, so it will print a wrong operation. Let's try to run the program once again to check it. See, it tells me enter my first number, and after enter it tells me enter the second number, that will be say for example 4, and after pressing enter it tells me enter your desired operation. Say for example I will write plus, so it will print me 6. That means I am adding those two numbers, and this means that the first condition satisfied, that is the plus 1, and those two numbers are added. Now this else statement is used if I press any other wrong operation, that is instead of plus, minus, asterisk and division, if I use any other operation, say for example enter first number 5, enter second number 6, enter desired operation. So if I press here any invalid operation, the valid operations are plus, minus, asterisk and division. So if I press say for example this bracket here, so this is not a valid operation, right? This is an invalid operation, and if I press enter it will print a wrong operation, that is the desired operation you are trying to enter is wrong. So that's why we use else statement. If all those statements fail somehow, then else statement will be printed. Now in order to understand the match case syntax, let's build the same program using the match case conditional statement. So let's get started. So here, so first I need those three variables again, that is the first number, the second number and the operation. Okay, those are required in my match case statements as well. Then here I use the if elif conditional statements, but here I will use the match conditional statements. How? I will simply write here a keyword that is match. After that I will write my expression here that I want to compare, that I want to match. See, Here in our if conditional statements, I am also comparing this operation, right? If the operation is plus, add those. If the operation is minus, subtract those. So here also I will compare the same operation, that is operation, right? After that I will write colon. After that I will write here my first case, that is case what? Plus. Because first I want to check the plus operation. Just like here, that if the operation double equals to plus. Here I will simply write case. It is a keyword. That's why it is called as match case. And then another colon, and I will print here what? Can someone tell me? That is first number plus second number. Now similarly I will write second case, just like we in the if else conditions. After the if condition we will write elif operation double equals to minus. Here we just have to repeat that, that is case, and this time we will write what? Minus and colon, and after that print what? After that we have to print first number minus second number. Very simple. After that we will repeat that. Next will be multiplication, that is asterisk sign, and here also we will use the asterisk sign. As you can see, first was plus, second was subtraction, and third was multiplication sign. So again do for the another one, that is the division, right? So simply division sign here, and here also use division sign. So that's it, our programming is done. The syntax is very simple, that is you have to use the match keyword. After you have to use an expression, something you want to compare. Here I want to compare what? What kind of operation a user enters. I want to match that, whether it's addition, whether it's multiplication, whether it's division. What is the type of operation that the user inputs, right? So understand the program here. So if the case is plus, that if the user enters plus, it will print first plus second number. If the case is minus, it will print first number minus second number. Similarly, if the case is asterisk, it will print first number asterisk second number. And similarly, if the case is this, that is division, then it will print first number by second number. Now if all those conditions fail, that is if somehow the user enters the wrong operation, just like in this case, we use a special statement that is called as else statement. Here we will use something that is called as case underscore. That's it. And print what? Can someone tell me? Wrong operation. That's it. So try to understand the program again. I am creating the two variables first, then I am creating an operation that the user wants to perform on those two numbers. Then I am using a match keyword and using the type of operation that I want to compare for this condition, right? Here the first case will be of the plus and it's print first number plus second number. Then the second case will be for the subtraction sign. Third case will be for the multiplication sign. And fourth case will be for the division sign. And if all those conditions somehow fail, print this. This is called as default case in match operation. That is just like, it works just like our else system. If all those conditions fail somehow, it will print wrong operation. So if the user enters anything other than plus, minus, asterisk and division, it will print wrong operation. So the syntax is very simple. If I tell you the syntax here, that is match and then expression, and after that colon, and then we use what? Remember here the indentation. The indentation should be placed just like if else conditions here also. And here what we will write? Case 1 colon and then statement, right? Similarly, that is for the case 2 and then the statement. So the syntax, as you can see, that is the match keyword. Then we have to write the operation that you want to compare. Then we have multiple cases. That is why we call that match cases. That is case 1, case 2, similarly here case 3, case 4. And finally we have here default case by using the case keyword and underscore. So remember, this is called as default case. When all the above conditions fail somehow, this case will run. So now tell me one thing, you can look at both the programs at once. this was over this program that is using the match case operation. That is this one, right? So tell me one thing. This program looks cleaner or this program looks cleaner? Here in this program, you have to use if, you have to use elif. Again, you have to use multiple elif statements, right? But here the code becomes shorter. We just have to mention the case, that is plus, case subtraction, case multiplication, case division. After that, our program is done. So as you can see, this program is much cleaner. And let's try to run the program this first. See, first number, say for example 5, second number, say for example 10, desired operation, say for example plus, and the answer is 50. Very easy. As you can see, it works in the similar way, just like our if-else conditions we are working. Again, try to run it 5 and 4 and enter any wrong operation. Say for example, this sign, right? A wrong operation. So this statement actually, that is default condition, runs here because all the other conditions failed. Because the operation I entered is wrong. That's why it prints me wrong operation. So I hope you understand the concept of match case statements. They are commonly used in developing menus, calculators, or similar things that have typically menu-like functionality. So if you have any confusion regarding the program, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for being with me. See you in the next lecture.